So, how to get a US driving license? Driving is the most popular and often the easiest option for getting around in the US. However, you will only be allowed to do so for a limited time with your foreign driving permit. So, here in this guide, we will let you know about getting a US, like how can you get a US driving license. Before we begin, it's important to note that, like with many other things in the US, different states have different rules for driving and transportation. And while most of the regulations and procedures are usually similar, they are not universal. Therefore, you know, for state specific information, you will need to visit the website or get in touch with the relevant state agency responsible for transportation. Visitors to the United States can typically continue using their foreign license for a while as long as it is written in English. However, if this is not the case, you will apply for an international driving permit from your country of origin. The permit serves as a translation of your original license, so it's important to have them both on you whenever you are driving. And while tourists and visitors can benefit from this arrangement for 1 year, if you establish residency in the US, depending on the state you are living in, you only have 30 to 90 days to get your US driving license. In most cases, this means that you have to apply for a new driver's license as if you were getting it for the first time. However, some countries have reciprocity agreements with the US that allows their citizens to simply exchange their original license to the American one. Now, how to apply for a US driving license? First step is get your documents ready. Before you go to the local branch of Department of Motor Vehicles, make sure you have all the right documents on you. Typically, at least some of the following documents are required for application. A form of ID that has your name, picture, and your date of birth on it. For example, passport. Your security number or a proof that you cannot obtain one. Proof of lawful presence in the US. The visa, permanent resident card, citizenship certification, etc. Proof of residence in that state. For example, state ID, utility bill, bank statement, etc. Your international driver's license, passport photo. In some cases, this will be taken during the application process. You will then need to fill out application form with your personal details. The legal age for driving varies throughout the country, so make sure that you are eligible to apply for a license. However, if you are 21 or older, this will not be a problem. The next step is that you have to pay your fees. The fees for a driver's license once again depend on the state you are residing in. Some states charge a one-time fee that can be anything from 30 to 90 USD, while others might charge you a small sum, 5 USD or so every year. Depending on the state, this step can also come in later, as in some places you are charged for application and others for issuing the document. Then the next step is take your test. In order to obtain your license, you will need to pass both a written and a practical test. Written tests include 20 to 50 questions about the traffic rules and regulations of the state. The test might be timed or not, and you might have an option to take the test in your native language as well. Once you pass the written test, you will have to schedule your practice exam. Apart from driving, expect to be asked to show your parking and reversing skills and the knowledge of vehicles and its controls. The exam can take from 30 to 40 minutes. If you fail to pass the practice exam the first time, some states will require you to wait a few days or week before you can try again. There might be additional fees for extra tests that you take. Also, in some places, the 3 failed attempts mean that you have to restart the application process all over again. Then the next step is you need to get your vision tested. While the law does not require to pass through a medical exam to get a driver's license, you do need to get your vision tested before you are certified to drive. You can actually do it at your local DMV office or get a medical professional to issue you a vision test report. If you need glasses or contacts in order to drive, a special restriction might be placed on your license. Drivers with very low vision might also get additional restriction that will only allow them to drive during daytime or if they are wearing special lenses. Then get your license. Once all the documents are submitted and the exams are passed, you will get issued a temporary license that will be valid 30 to 90 days, depending on the state. You will get your permanent license mailed to your address. Driver's license in the US can serve as a form of an ID that you can use to vote or prove your legal age, or in some cases, even board or a domestic flight. So that's all. That's how you can get your license in the US or in any other state. Thank you.